everybody? It's me, your homegirl, LaDosha, the author of Curly Hair Adventures and What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon, and the hairstylist, and your cousin, and your baby mama. No, I'm just kidding. What's up? How y'all doing? I'm here at the RevAir design team, and I want to talk about Rev Air. Now, for the record, let me just say, I'm not getting paid to do this. So this is, my career is all about teaching people how to, because there's so much information out here about, what to use, what to buy, what to use, but nobody ever talks about how to use it. So I want to talk about the Rev Air. So the Rev Air is the world's first reverse hair dryer. Now you guys have seen me use it, but the question is why? Why Rev Air? So this is my cousin. Aren't you my real cousin?
Yes, I am.
This is my real cousin, y'all. Her name is Nene. I ain't gonna tell y'all her government. But if you know my family, then y'all know who Nene is. If not, too bad. But Nene is my real cousin, and as you can see, she has some really nice curly hair. All right, so she doesn't have a whole lot of curls, but she's got nice wavy / curly hair, and it's color treated. So here's the thing, when people are talking about smoothing out the hair, they're always getting a lot of hate, like, no, don't do that to your hair, because if you're straightening it out, you're going to lose your curls. Now, when you use the Rev Air, you know what? That's never, ever, 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 ever going to happen, because the technology in Rev Air is about pulling her cuticles, like laying them nice and smooth, so that as we dry her hair, we don't compromise her texture. That's one. Two, when you're smoothing hair out, it's very, very essential that the hair is extremely clean. Now, I have been getting a lot. When I tell you a lot, I mean, my phone has been blowing up about Diva Curl being sued. And so, because their products are like, taking out people's hair. I doubt that very seriously, but I'm no chemist. So what I'm thinking is that because a lot of people with this type of hair, they typically don't wash it often, or maybe they're not washing it properly. And that's to those who do that. You're going to see a lot of hair coming out, because this is the age of cold washing. And I told y'all that cold washing was the stupidest thing since, selling, I don't know, what's stupid out here? It was just stupid, okay? So cold washing is not good, okay? So cold washing is when you use a conditioner to cleanse your hair instead of, an actual sulfate or some type of a surfactant. And so some ingredients, or not ingredients, some people are using conditioners instead of soap to actually cleanse their hair, or some type of cleansing agent, such as a essential oil. You can also use, like they do have sulfate free. So there are a lot of different mouthwash. So you have those alternatives to actually get the debris off of the scalp and hair. So I'm thinking that's what's more of the problem with the users of Diva Curl, is that they're not using an actual surfactant to get the product off of their hair if they're not washing it. So when you're using a tool such as the Rev Air, it is imperative that your hair is very clean. So I did not detangle her hair all the way, because I want you to see just how wonderful this product really is. So the product that I'm going to use on her, it comes with Rev Air when you buy it, and this is called Wave Goodbye. And so what this is for, and this is for textures 1 and 2. So we're talking about fine to like medium. This is not for very coarse, thick, dense heads of hair, okay? So it can be dense, but it can't be thick. You see what I said? Dense and thick, dense and coarse, that's two different things as opposed to fine and dense. So her texture is more like medium, but her density is medium as well. So we're gonna put this all over our hands just a little, and then we're going to start from her ends, because the ends are the oldest part of her hair. A lot of people will take the product and do this, and they'll slap it on the head, and then they'll complain, oh, the product isn't working. That's why the product isn't working, because you're not applying it properly, hence the right products, the right tools, the right technique. So now that we have it, here in her hair properly, here is the right tool. So the technique is that we're gonna start detangling her. Let me move this over just a little bit. I'm gonna put my camera down and swing her over. So we're gonna start from her regrowth where her hair is the strongest. Do not do this. I went over this 1,000 times. If you do that to hair, you're going to rip and lose your length. The hair is the strongest. So bring the tangles down. Now the reason why her hair isn't tangling is because the pH in that product is low and it's laying her cuticles flat, and so we are able to detangle her hair with ease, and then guess what? We have no hair coming out in the comb. So hence the right product, the right tools, and the right technique. So the technique is to literally take the hair and comb it from the scalp where it is the strongest. Do not do this. I promise you the hair will be compromised. And as you can see, her texture is there. It's starting to dry. And so what we're going to do with the Rev Air is follow the manufacturer's instructions. I think that's another big reason why people have so many problems with their hair care products and their styling tools, because we don't read. You have to read the manufacturer's instructions. So this manufacturer says that we're to use 3 by 3 sections. So here, and I use my finger to measure. So 3 by 3 would be 3 fingers. You see that? So here, 3, 3. Now as you get good at it, you just start to grab it. And so we're gonna turn our tool on. Now the device has a tension setting. And so the tension setting is 1 where it doesn't pull so much to 7 where it's a lot more tug. So she doesn't have a lot of texture, so I don't need this to be on 7. So I have her on about a 5 setting. And so we're just gonna put this in her hair and voila. And we're gonna see the science of this come to life. What's up, all my Facebook fam checking this out? You guys know I love teaching people what they don't tell you at the hair salon. I will. And so this is a really quick process, and I'm gonna show you just how quick this is. So now, is this hot on your scalp?
No, it's not.
She said no, this is not hot. And so the technology is pulling the hair and the cuticles will lie flat. And so when I pull this out, voila, there she is. Already smoothed out. And I'm gonna keep going. Now I'm just gonna work like this, you know, like I'm just in the hair salon, I'm not going live. Now you have to go to their website to purchase this. Don't you guys come up to this hair salon trying to buy this thing. So this is for home use. So we like to show our guests how to use it, because again, we're about teaching our guests how to do their hair themselves. You good? All right, so as soon as I finish, that's my color guest, like, girl, you better not let my hair color out, okay? So we're gonna have this done so quick. So hair care products and styling tools and hairstylists, we are to your hair what your dry cleaners is to your fabric. So whatever fabric you bring us, this tells us what temperature, what type of cleanser, what type of technique to use on the fabric. So there we have her fabric. And y'all see how good this is going. If you have any questions, you know, holla at your girl. So again, comb, detangle the hair from the base, from the regrowth. Don't detangle from the ends. Also, you get these cool clips when you buy this little apparatus here. All right, and so I'm gonna section this again. And I've got my 3-inch section. And you also gonna notice her hair isn't tangled. Now, I've also made sure that I use protein. So when I shampooed her hair, I always use protein before, during, and after every single step of me styling her hair. That's another reason why people start to lose their texture. So you have number 1, you have them not using any protein, and then number 2, they may not be cleansing the hair properly, and then number 3, they're probably using the wrong comb. These are the culprits to why people say, oh, I don't want to straighten out my hair because when I did that, I lost all of my curl pattern, okay? So you're still waiting on your hot oil treatment and your hair is not growing. Okay, well, come on up to the hair salon. I got you. What's up? You know, we go way, way back. So come on up, and I got you whenever you're ready. We got some wonderful treatments coming up next month, too. So I just want you guys to see the ease on this. Let me just put that camera back on her hair. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. There it is. And you can see that the shine on it. This is like, thanks for the love. This isn't like Hollywood light. This is like just regular light out of the hair salon, and you can see the sun, or what's left, the cast over rather, you know, and our hair still has a nice sheen. It's not taking all day. I think we're about, how many minutes into this are we? We're about 5 minutes into this. And look at that movement. I don't even really have to flat on her. I'm just gonna go straight in and start curling her hair. So this is the benefit of the Diva Curl. And again, she's got color treated hair. It's starting to dry, so that's why you see the frizz, but all of her texture is definitely intact. And so I'm putting this in, and this is for really long hair. I would say at least 2 inches of hair or more. The cleaner the hair, the better this works. If ever someone is complaining about this apparatus, I guarantee you it's because the hair, number one, is probably not clean, but that applies to all devices. So whether you're using a flat-on, whether you're using a traditional blow dryer, you know, or wrapping your hair under a hooded dryer, or Marcel arms, or roller setting, anytime you're manipulating your hair to style it and you're having issues with how the hair moves, if you're having issues with how strong the hair feels and how the hair looks, we know for a fact that that is because that hair is not cleansed properly, or you have the wrong technique. So here, this takes away the guess on the technique because it's pulling the hair, the cuticle, nice and smooth. So there you have it again. And this is quick. I mean, the salon services today, we have to do a go live because these autodidacts, they out here killing us. So we have to get out here ahead of the game and help you guys out. So there it is again, and I'm just gonna switch this over and move the chair around. And you can put this at home, like, you know, on your countertop in the bathroom, or if you got a space specific in your house, you know, for styling hair. But we recommend this to all of our guests, and a lot of them are buying it. They're not gawking at the price. If you have at least 2 or more daughters at home, you need to have this. If you have a son with a lot of hair, it's great for dreadlocks. It's great for twists. So this is very multi-faceted. And I'm just gonna bring this up. My cousin ain't got no makeup on, you know what I'm saying? So I can't have her on all on this social media looking like, woo, there it is. So you guys can see that. And it really does dry the hair nice. All right. She about to shake it like a soft shaker. You see that? She's like, let me show it off, cousin Dodo. All right, that's the beauty of having family too, by the way. All right. Whoa, hold on. Where'd she go? There she go. Right here. All right, so here we go. We got cousin Nene all together. Look at all the body, all the volume. There you have it. Rev Air at the Rev Design Team Hair Salon. That simple. It's worth it. It's simple. Remember, hair care is about 3 things: the right products, the right tools, and the right techniques. Whenever you're having any kind of an issue about your hair, work your way back through that scenario. What's my product? What's my tool? What's my technique? Does the product speak the language of my hair or my race? If you're buying stuff that says black hair in 2020, y'all need to take that stuff back down that ethnic aisle and throw it away. Because the ethnic aisle is the last aisle any person of any ethnicity ever in your long-legged life want to shop down. So stop shopping down those ethnic aisles and buy your hair care products